power is like a direct, rigid, technical extension of the will. How power is how wide does that extension proceed from your arbitrary will? It's compulsive energy, polemical, compulsive energy. There's no decision. In a hierarchy of power, as we know with the total state, they have the monopoly on violence, they control the economy via need and necessity. And so your master becomes that tyrant, even if you don't realize that you're driven by that, unless you have God in your life as the chief king, which gives you freedom to put aside these motivating factors that push your need for money, for shelter, for food, and all those different things, and the compulsion of violence. Only God can free you from those compulsions, can give you a true doing. You don't really do anything without the miraculous from outside. You're really just a provoked being, and that's what the orc is. In a hierarchy of power, you are just a provoked being. There's no free choice, really, even if it's illusory. And so the orc is a warped elf. The orc is a rigid. You might as well think about an orc like an iPhone. And so a hierarchy of power is like that. It's a tyrannical from the top to the bottom, like a general ruling something, like a general controlling his troops. There's no choice. It's a compelled direct order. These aren't a hierarchy of beings. Now, to understand also what the orc is and understanding how power, we should understand authority as well. And a hierarchy, a Christian hierarchy of authority is Gandalf the White once he comes back. That's how a free hierarchy works. So authority, especially when it's related to the divine, is the degree to which you are Christ, not just imitate him, that you are him, as in that's what the Orthodox talk about, you become Christ. The degree to which you are divine, the degree to which you know the divine, and the degree to which you're capable of collaboration in sacred magic, which means of bringing about the miraculous with collaboration with the divine. That's what grants you authority. And so, whilst the hierarchy of power is just compulsive, like a rigid system that just moves people without a choice in the matter, a hierarchy of authority is a free hierarchy. God doesn't compel us to do things. He encourages. And naturally, you see with Gandalf the White, people have this, they're encouraged by him. Because he has substance, because he is the good, people sense it near him and naturally trust him and freely associate with him to bring about divine will. And so instead of being pushed, it's like a glimmering beacon that you want to move towards, that naturally you're impelled. You don't have to. You could decide the other way, but you're drawn towards him and to help him and free association because he is to an extent divine. He knows the divine and the things he says are in line with truth, and he brings about the miraculous. And so you follow him. That's how a hierarchy of authority works. And it goes down the hierarchy based upon what responsibilities are. Following divine will has God at the top of it. That's the tree. The Tower of Babel is the opposite. It's a rigid thing. And eventually the Tower of Babel falls to pieces because humans need the other. But we're reaching a stage. The orc is a very real threat for humanity. So to think that this is just a story is ridiculous. It's not just a story. It's showing you what is the future, because there's going to be a moment as we move towards the apocalypse where the decision between will I go with will to power or will I go with God will be taken away from you. Those who don't decide the decision's going to be taken away from you. That's why the orc is post-human. The orc is what you become after you either made the decision for Araman to be just a provoked being, thinking you're free in rebellion, or if you don't make the decision for either one, you're going to just be objects of those other things to move around. Doesn't mean you'll be able to be saved by people that make the choice for God and authority. But yeah, that's what an orc is. You'll just be post-human and be led around like a sort of primitive tribe. For those who haven't joined up, please join up on my website and you can contact me directly, as well as book consultations, become a producer on the project, and get all the members-only archive videos. as well as become a contributor in future group streams. You also get access to the Discord, which a lot of this work emerges from those group discussions. So please sign up and be a part of it as it further emerges into the future. God bless you. So a big thank you to all our members, contributors, producers, who you see here in this plaque of honor. Without your financial help, this fellowship wouldn't be possible at all.